Hello everyone.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, Home is Where Our Heart Is.
My name is Dane.
And I'm Stelly.
We're the proud authors of the books
Knowledge to Forage.
and the Foraging Year.
And today we're going to show you how to make
a wild green smoothie.
Yes, a spring green smoothie with all the luscious green wild edibles we can find.
Yeah, we're going to get all that biodiversity into our diets. It's great for our microbiomes. Just bring all that goodness into a smoothie.
Let's go see what we can find.
So here we have some brilliant brambles. These leaves will make a lovely addition to our smoothies because they're rich in vitamin C and flavonoids. Now, to identify brambles is super simple. We all know what a bramble bush looks like, also known as a blackberry bush. It's got these long, thorny, like tentacle branches, and the leaves grow in little fries, and they have serrated little edges. Now, it's only the young, fresh leaves that we want because they're the ones that are packed full of goodness and taste good. And these leaves are also nice and soft to the touch.
We're going to pick ourselves 10 of these lovely bramble leaves to go in our bright green smoothie.
So here we've got some fresh stinging nettle growth. Now this is going to really be a bulk part of our smoothie because it's absolutely packed full of iron, calcium and protein. Now it's this fresh new growth that we want, and if you don't want to get stung, bring some scissors. You just chop off the tops and pick it up, put it in your bag.
I love collecting stingy nettles. You can make soup with stingy nettles, make crisps with stingy nettles, make bread with stingy nettles, and our luscious green smoothie is going to have about 2 cups worth of these leaves.
So here we have some purple dead nettle. This plant is often mistaken for stinging nettle, but when you look closely, it's got a purple, like silky tinge and texture to the leaves. The leaves look very similar to stinging nettles, apart from they're not sharply serrated. They have more rounded edges. And the pinkish purple flowers are something that the stinging nettles definitely don't have. And they're a pinky purple colour, and they look like the flowers, a little mouth poking out its tongue. Now we're going to collect a handful of these for the leaves. And another way to identify them is they've got a square stem because they're related to mint. And stinging nettles don't have a square stem. Now, purple dead nettles are completely edible, and they're also naturally antifungal and rich in very many vitamins, minerals and antioxidants, and will make a great addition to our smoothie. So here we've got a lovely patch of sweet violet leaves, and we can see there's not many flowers left, so we're going to leave the flowers for the bees, and we're going to collect some of these lovely leaves. Now these leaves are great for things like smoothies and salads because they have a very plain flavour, and they're packed full of antioxidants which are really good for our heart. To identify these leaves, look out for some purple sweet violets. If you see some of them, check out the leaf, which is a nice shade of green, and it's in the shape of a heart. So here we have some lovely dandelions. Now today we're not after these bright yellow flowers, we're actually after the dandelion's leaves. Now these leaves are long with deep sharp lobes, and they're super rich in vitamin K, which will make them a really nutritious addition to our smoothie. Now this is a beautiful plant. This is cleavers, also known as goosegrass or sticky willy. Now this plant is a really good bulk vegetable, packed full of vitamins and minerals, But the main reason you like to eat it is because it gives your body a good spring clean. This plant is known for cleansing and cleaning out that lymphatic system that gets built up with all them toxins. This plant helps flush all that badness out of your body, and it also goes well in a smoothie. Now, to identify cleavers is super simple. Its stem is square, its leaves are like long spear tips that grow off the stem in a rosette, in a circle. And when you look really closely, you can see it's got little hooks on its leaves and stem. And sometimes the stem has red lines going up each corner of its square stem. Now we're going to grab a few handfuls of this, and I think that's it for our smoothie. I'm going to go home and blend it all up.
Welcome back to our humble abode.
Now let's blend all these plants up and make a smoothie.
Yummers.
When you get home, put all your wild edibles in a bowl and then pop it in the garden for about 20 minutes and all the creepy crawlies will crawl away, and then give your plants a good wash. Pop them in some water and then give them a good rinse. And if you're afraid of being stung, put on some rubber gloves.
Take a handful of your greens. Fill your blender up about halfway with your greens. Okay, get yourself a mug and fill it up with oat milk or any kind of milk, even use water, but I like to use oat milk. A teaspoon of honey. Yum.
Whiz it up in your blender until it's done. And there we have it.
A super green spring smoothie.
Wild and free smoothie.
Shall I try some?
Taste test.
Okay.
How bright green it is. Okay.
Really, really easy to make. Such a nice walk in the sunshine today, gathering all the wild green edibles. You don't have to put all of them in.
Yeah.
You could just get nettles.
Yeah, dandelion, anything.
Yeah.
You can chuck in a banana, some grapes, some blueberries if you want.
It's really, really simple and really nice to get all these different things.
Yeah, diet diversity, because we now know, all the science is telling us these days, that we're supposed to have hundreds of plants in our diet every year.
Yeah. Delicious.
As always, people, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, check us out on Facebook and Instagram, all those modern world things.
And check out our awesome books, Knowledge to Forage and the Foraging Year.
There they are.
Because they're awesome.
Okay.
Most important of all, take care of yourselves.
Peace.